Good evening. Right now, Metro Police are desperately searching for the person or people responsible for killing a man and a woman.
And I got a male down in Miller Street.
Breaking news now, a triple shooting leaves 2 dead.
Never expect for somebody to tell you your loved one was murdered.
This Labor Day will mark 42 years that have haunted the St. Cloud family.
30 years. 30 years this family has waited for answers.
A couple months go by, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you really start to struggle with the idea that the case might not get solved and that somebody might get away with murder.
It's very unfortunate that we have any cold cases at all, and certainly unfortunate that we have as many as we do. And that's why Ryan's work and the work of Project Cold Case is so important.
All right, hey, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Ryan Backman, founder and executive director of Project Cold Case. And with me today is Jason Kelloway. You've got an interesting story, but people that see you may recognize you from Social Grounds Coffee over in Springfield on Main Street here in Jacksonville. And we've kind of hinted around at this on social media, a little partnership that we have going on. But I wanted to bring you in because you got an amazing story. You're trying to get your coffee company off the ground. But always reaching back and trying to help other people and raise awareness for their causes as well. And I just think that's really cool, man. So I wanted to have you come join us and give us a little bit of background. We've already started showing the Justice Blend coffee, you know, that we've partnered to make and sell, and some of these, there we go. And we've got people asking us to ship it. We've got people asking us how they can get it. So we're really excited. But I think once they hear your story and hear how Social Grounds came to be, I think people will be even more interested and want to support your cause and come down to the local coffee shop and hang out. So give us a little background, Jason. Tell us how this came to be.
Yeah, I'm born and raised here in Jacksonville. Went to Fletcher, so I've been
beach guy.
Beach rat, Jacksonville native my whole life. Went to college and played some baseball in South Carolina. Came home and ended up in a rough little spot and went to the Marine Corps and joined the Marine Corps just to figure out life and what I would do, and it was the best thing I'd ever done for my life, as far as building you, basically stripping you down and building you up into a leader, a man. Came back, but I struggled transitioning back, and I think there is a percentage of vets that do struggle transitioning back from acclimation from active duty, from war, from, all of the things. It's just different. We talk about civilian life versus military life is a very big difference. And so it was difficult for me trying to get an opportunity, figure out what I'm doing. I know they do a lot better job now with resources, which I'm very happy for. But I still think there's a percentage of vets out there that are needing that kind of help. So from my story of transitioning and ended up in homelessness, I was sleeping in my car for about a year and a half. Alcohol, drugs, coping with life and situations, man, and I lost everything. And so from that, had an opportunity to bounce back. My faith carried me and gave me solid ground and began to build back. And so the dream to give back started with an outreach with coffee to reach people that didn't have anything, and from that the idea to create this business arm to help more and raise awareness and create funding, somewhat funding for us was a natural shift. Wasn't easy for sure, but definitely a natural shift, and the opportunity to plant a shop. We started concept in 2015, so it's been five years.
And then the Main Street location you opened in 17? Yeah. And you have, I've read some articles you've done and seen some interviews that you've done, and you talk about wanting to provide an environment where vets that are having a hard time transitioning and may need that little boost where they can come and multiple things. They could work or just have a place where they're feel safe
Yeah.
and comfortable to
Yeah.
to work on a resume, to meet with somebody, to
Yep.
all of that kind of stuff, which is really cool. We have some mutual friends that do things with vets, Will Gibson, and I think, like you're saying, today there's more opportunities there for our veterans when they are transitioning, because of people like you and like Will that have seen a need and seen a way to help.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just the coolest thing, man, that you obviously had a passion for coffee somewhere in here too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I stopped kind of hanging out at the bars, and so it's a natural transition to pick a coffee cup up and drink a bunch of that. So
Yeah. I mean, so how have things gone over now 2 years and open at the shop? I've stopped by there multiple times. There's always people in there. You've got staff.
Yeah.
Growth is going well.
Yeah, it's slow growth. The area is being revitalized.
You were in early. You were ground
very
floor.
early. Yeah, we were we opened on Saturday, Hyperion Friday, and the only other business prior to that was Uptown Kitchen. So Hyperion Brewing over there. We actually were building out at the same time, became mutual friends and encouragement and resources, and so they've been amazing. If you get a chance, stop by and see them. They're awesome.
Yeah.
But small
They're
business.
just a couple doors down.
Yeah, on the same block.
Yeah.
Just down, they are a microbrewery there. We've done some collaborations. They'll buy our coffee for some of their beer. So there's a lot of great support amongst the small businesses there. But the area is growing, and people don't know it. Porch Fest is coming up in November.
In Springfield, that's a
Huge thing. Yeah, bands, music everywhere, walking through the neighborhood. I've never really seen anything like it.
That's a really cool event or weekend. Does it go all weekend?
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a big deal.
Springfield is really, it was back at the turn of the century, like the spot to be.
Yeah.
It was. All those houses that a lot of them were then converted to duplexes and quadplexes were single family homes.
Yep.
Back then, and then kind of fell into disrepair, and then really a movement that started quite a while ago, but it's taken some time to pick up steam to kind of revitalize that area.
Yeah, I think the when the housing market crashed, it had some it had some momentum moving, and I think when it hit, was that 2008?
Yeah, right around.
It really put a it wasn't ready to take a hit like that.
No.
And so the bounce back over the last 3 or 4 years has been really good for the area.
Well,
sure.
and there's been a lot of commitment to that area.
Yeah.
I mean, the small businesses are going to be what makes that area, revitalize. You talked about Hyperion. There's a couple other breweries over there.
Main and Sixth.
Main
Dennis,
and Sixth,
amazing. Dennis wins awards at Main and Sixth all across the state of Florida. Some of the best beer in the state from Main and Sixth.
Strings just opened this year, and I've gone and had lunch there a couple times.
They're amazing. It's a quite different atmosphere. TVs, family atmosphere.
Yeah.
Have a place for the kids to shoot basketball in there. The food is amazing. They brought in some chefs. Really,
the food
love
is
their
really
food.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
if you go down there, it's not bar food. They always have some specialties, some specials on the menu that are pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
But yeah, I think you guys are going to be the key, and
They say that a coffee shop is the heart of a community. It's where people gather. It's where people meet. We have tons of business meetings, families, children, studying happening. We're getting more students from JU, which is huge, to come and hang out and study. So it's been a big deal.
Good.
Yeah, Will Gibson from Vets on Tap, like you said.
Yeah.
They have a monthly meeting at our shop. Rethreaded, we're a freedom partner for Rethreaded locally here, who help empower women out of human trafficking.
Absolutely.
And
Great organization.
They do meetings. They were going to have a photo shoot on Thursday there, so we try to help any way we can to create that atmosphere.
Well, I know for us, we have as Project Cold Case, we're always looking at ways that we can, raise money. I mean, you know how difficult it is, and ways that we can partner within our community, ways that we can share, other small businesses that are doing great things and other organizations. And, a friend of mine is law enforcement, and he hangs out at social grounds whenever he runs out for coffee. And so he and I would go there occasionally. And then he bumped into you one day and started talking about, you do a lot Wounded Warrior as well. Yep. Wounded Warrior Project. You have brew or roast coffee for them as well.
Yeah, we're a corporate champion for them. So we champion the cause together. And so they enabled us to become a corporate champion, and we're able to brand as Only Coffee as a corporate champion. And we give to their Carry Forward run that's coming up in November as well. And so we give back to them and donate coffee for that big event.
Yeah, we were. So we set up a meeting. We sat down to chat about potentially doing something similar on a much smaller scale for Project Cold Case. And as we showed you, you roast the beans. So
I started roasting.
Yeah,
that's where I started.
Kind of your little. Is that what we all need an outlet? We all need that downtime where we just can reflect and ponder and think about what new is coming up. And is that when you do some of that?
Somewhat. It is a time to get with music and just to be by myself. I do it all in house at a small warehouse, and and it is an outlet. It has become. In the beginning, it was a lot more difficult, and now it's been more repetition and trying to grow. And you're roasting each bean, and each region is different. The content of what it is, there's a lot of science and agriculture to coffee that people rarely know about. People talk about caffeine content, and that varies from region to region. People say, is it light roast or dark roast or medium roast? And that varies as well. There's very little semblance of between the two. I think what you get is a more bold taste, and psychologically, I think you think that. It's very minute.
Bolder. Well, and we, I admittedly don't know much about coffee. I know what I like the taste of and what I don't. But when we came to you, we kind of acquiesced to your experience, and we'll talk about this a little bit, because you've had to caution us a little bit. This is a dark chocolate mild cherry caramel.
So what we call those
blend.
are cupping notes. So those are subtleties in the coffee that mostly professionals or very avid coffee drinkers would only be able to taste,
to recognize
and taste those types of notes.
This is not flavored coffee. It's not the squirt thing down into the cup. We don't want people to think that they're getting a dark chocolate cherry caramel flavored drink.
No, with the creamer flavorings, with the syrup flavorings, it just doesn't make sense really anymore to coat the coffee. And there are so many more people that are wanting to taste the coffee. In its pure form, and so this really is kind of our drive. We are a specialty coffee shop, which means we're not a commodity buyer. We buy specialty coffee means that it's rated at a higher rate, the highest ratings for coffee, and picked and bought at a premium cost.
And you go to you have a number of different regions that you select beans from.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
And I missed that, Clinton.
Shipping.
Oh yeah. So, Mr. Welch, thanks for joining us again today. I know you've made a comment on one of our posts the other day about shipping. We haven't looked into that, although you do some shipping, don't you, from your website?
Shipping is
it's a problem, isn't it?
It is. We haven't found a way to really pull that cost down through the post office. It kind of is what it is. We can't control the shipping. We could probably ship on our side of it like $650 anywhere
Yeah.
in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's easier to buy 2 bags because I think 2 to 3 bags, I think the shipping ends up being the same. You'd have to
You have
check
to
with the
check,
post
yeah,
office, which makes it a better value.
Yeah, well, and Mr. Welch, so the reason we hadn't responded to you just yet is because I'm going to be up in Norfolk in a couple weeks, November, and I'd already mentioned to you that I'd like to get together when I'm there. So I plan on bringing you a bag up there, so we don't have to worry about shipping. We will look into that. Obviously, it adds an expense to everybody to have to ship it. We're going to have inventory of this in our office at our events, so anybody that was stopping by the office could buy a bag. We're probably going to put together some holiday baskets and that kind of stuff, and if somebody really wants us to ship it, we will. It just is going to drive up that cost a little bit, but don't worry, Mr. Welch, I got you covered. When I come to Norfolk, I was planning on bringing a bag for you, so hopefully we can get together at that point, and you don't have to worry about shipping. So,
It creates a semblance of that for people. They either hide it in the cost or
right.
try to get more of a bulk. I've seen people do free shipping on $50 or more. It makes it's just a part of business that you try to figure out.
It is, and I guess, you guys are competing with, every
Amazon,
coffee company out there, so, it's hard to to really have a market outside of locally for your blends.
It is. We try to really advocate the fact that you're purchasing high quality coffee that you would already purchase, but the difference maker is that very few coffee companies are making a difference and an impact.
Right.
And so I say to people, well, you would donate the $20 to me. Why not buy a bag of coffee? Why not share it with people and share the story and know that every time you drink that coffee that you're making an impact mutually across the board. Now with Project Cold Case and with veterans here locally in Jacksonville. So to create that opportunity, I don't think it becomes a money issue. I think it becomes of just making them aware of all the things that are happening through this product.
Absolutely, and that's what we wanted to share today. When with the purchase of one of these bags, you're helping both of us with our kind of coming together with our separate causes, and making a difference. And for those of you that are local, what's the address there on Main Street?
1712 North Main Street. We are just outside of downtown. In the historic Springfield district. We are right there on 7th and Main. There's a 2-story brick building, a ViStar Bank on the corner. We're just a couple doors down from that same building. We do have a back entrance.
There's a little bit of parking
There's
back
parking in
there.
the back, a back door. In the parking, which is huge, that you can park and come in the back door and not have to try to find parking on Main Street.
When I came over there the other day, I'm always used to us parking in the back, and but there was a spot right open in the very front meter. They don't even have meters; it's just a street parking, but it's a very limited on Main, and I was able to pull right in and walk right in your front door. But yeah, I encourage anybody in town to swing by and see Jason and his crew over there at Social Grounds, because just what a cool thing that you're able to make a difference while doing something that you enjoy. Or I guess you still enjoy roasting coffee. It hasn't burned you out yet.
No, I'm passionate about the craft and more importantly the effects that it has to be able to do something great. In our city, first and foremost, our community, our city, and just to raise that awareness.
Absolutely, I see great things, and I'm excited, on our end to be able to sell this to our supporters and our followers, and then them know where it came from, that it's here, the kind of the backstory on it, and then as they move forward and want to buy coffee, they come down there as they're looking for the neighborhood coffee shop to stop in, that's your place. And I want to see your growth and see you succeed, and and just the way you give back to so many others. It is much appreciated, and I think that can only come back tenfold for you. That's my hope. And,
Yeah.
you're just doing great things.
Appreciate
and,
that, Ron.
Yeah, it's just, when I got introduced to your shop, I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I'll go there any chance I get to,
Yeah.
because I just believe in what you're doing, and I think it's all for the right reasons. That resonates with me because that's what I feel like we're doing.
Yeah.
Where you don't always get the recognition, you don't always get the big bucks, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at night you go home and you know what I mean. You sleep good. You can go to bed with a smile on your face, knowing that you're making a difference and making our community a better place. And so I think sometimes that's got to be enough.
I think it is. I don't think there's any greater call or place to be a leader in a city, to make change, create change, and pioneer into places that are difficult.
Yeah.
No matter the accolades, no matter all of that,
The
at the end of the day,
the stories.
I mean, they're great. They help tremendously. I'm completely blessed that another vehicle for marketing and for awareness that we're there because we need it. But at the end of the day, I just want to do it. I want to put my hand to it and
let
face
that
to
other
face.
stuff work itself out.
Yeah,
and
I
just
have to.
Yeah. Well, again, Jason, thank you so much. If you're just joining us, or if you didn't catch all that, Social Grounds Coffee Company, Jason Kelloway, founder, CEO. What's your official title over there? Just
I try not to put titles.
Yeah.
I just really we're a team. My whole staff is amazing. If you get a chance, we really hit on guest experience and the quality of our product. Neither or they're both equally as important. And so if you get a chance to meet our team, I guarantee you you'll understand our heart and why we work so hard and why we genuinely care about each and every person. And so you'll be able to feel that and get the best product you
Absolutely. I can speak to that too, having been there before you and I met, having gone in there and just ordered coffee. www.socialgroundscc.com. Veteran owned here in Jacksonville, Florida, Springfield area, right on Main Street, Main and 7th. Social Grounds. And believe me, if you're on our Christmas list, you might be able to expect a bag of Justice Blend coffee this year.
Right.
But also for anybody else out there that's interested, that's local, you'll be able to come by our office and pick it up. You can shoot us an email. We can meet you somewhere. We're going to be pretty flexible with that. And if you're desperate and you want us to ship it to you, we will. Just know we'll have to pass that cost on as well. Anything else from you, Jason? Anything going on? We've got Veterans Day coming up.
Veterans Day, yeah, we'll be doing an event with JEA. This will be our 3rd year with them. Quite a few other things. Like I said, the Carry Forward Run is going to be around the same time. Most vets enjoy the companies that do something. We'll give away free coffee to veterans, drip coffee. So if you come into our shop Veterans Day, then and you're a veteran, we give a free cup of coffee away.
That's great.
Because we appreciate you and just want to see you. So and thank you for your service as well. So we appreciate that. So
Well, Jason, thank you for your service, not only to the country, but to this community.
Yeah.
You're doing great things. And if we can ever help you in any way, volunteering over there for Veterans Day or anything like that, let us know. We will. Thank you all for joining us. Let us know if you're interested in Justice Blend, and stop by Social Grounds next time you're out and about and craving that cup of Joe. So thanks for joining us. Thanks again, Jason. We'll see you guys next week.